Hello, this is Horror Chatter, and today I want to talk about a mother who has become famous on TikTok, and she happens to be from Knoxville, Tennessee, which is the same place I'm from. So I'm going to be very careful about what I say from this point on, okay? Well, I was looking at her lives and stuff, and I follow her on social media just like I believe everybody else follows her. But I don't follow her to a TT. But sometimes something will strike out at me and make me pause and make me look. This one video is where she is clearly at a restaurant, and I know exactly where the restaurant is in Knoxville. She's sitting down with her beautiful daughters trying to have lunch, and people are driving through the drive-through and talking to her. And it's unnerving. She is unnerved at what is going on. Here's the thing. Aunt D does not understand or realize that she is famous. Okay, and that what's going on with her is the price of having fame. uh Aunt D is known for putting light on mental health awareness, and putting light on what her and her daughters are going through, respectfully. I just think that sometimes you just have to stop and go, okay, is it what's the end goal of what I'm doing to become famous? And then, like, you're getting ready, like what's getting ready to happen right now, you're not going to have a lot of places in Knoxville to go where people are not going to want to stop and talk to you and get pictures with you, because unfortunately, and it's because of you, you are famous. Okay? I mean, you truly. The one thing, and here's the advice I want to give you. The one thing about me is that I've had a podcast going on about 3 years now. And the one thing I love about my podcast is that I'm private. Nobody would know me on the streets. Nobody knows what I look like. Nobody knows anything about me other than I have a podcast. You get what I'm saying? And when you put yourself out there, you put, especially on video, which is forever, with you and your daughters, and the rumors of exploitation is on the table. And then, like I said, you're sitting somewhere just trying to have a meal with your girls, and you cannot have any peace because people are harassing you, and you can't put a cap on that. Okay? What I am trying to understandably do is warn you to be careful, to be very, 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 very careful in what you're doing, in the fact that you have two beautiful daughters here. Okay? I mean, personally, you probably see a picture of my kids probably during graduation, maybe a birthday, but when they were small, you wouldn't gonna see my kids. Like, oh no, I am a Virgo through and through. You're not gonna see my kids. You're not. No, this is not a game, because my kids, in my opinion, this is just me speaking on my behalf. Okay, my kids is my responsibility. I am their bodyguard, friend, mom. That's what I am. So you got to understand, from my point of view, I don't expose. I don't believe in exposing children, not to social media. Okay, it's really not worth it, because 9 times out of 10 you don't have no good people on that other end. They're coming at you with a bad place, and you can't, like I said, you can't put a cap on that. Okay, so just be loving, be kind, continue your plight, in putting awareness on mental health awareness and everything that you do, and be blessed upon it. Just be understanding that what is happening right now is because you are famous. You might even have to get a bodyguard. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. This is not a joke. You might actually have to look into getting a bodyguard, because that's serious. I could not stand nobody coming up to me while I'm trying to eat. But that's just me. It might not bother you as bad, though. You get what I'm saying? So until the next time, this is Horror Chatter. And like I said, I wish you well.